Good morning, everyone, and happy Sunday. Hope you're having a great start as we start to near the weekend. Just checking my audio levels, make sure everything is working okay. And so far it looks to be okay. But take a look outside. We have a lot of cloud coverage out there. I mean, it looks really pretty over at Calaveras Lake. You can see kind of that sunrise, but for the most part, the clouds have been pretty pesky and kind of restricting that sun from really shining through. But this is good news because it will kind of keep our temperatures down. Yesterday we were in the 90s, so good news is we're not expecting to hit anything like that today because of these clouds. Now, some people may go out and think we're going to see some rain. Unfortunately, we're not expecting any real shower activity until Monday, and it'll continue into next week. But more about that in just a moment. Let's take a look at our temperatures, what we're expecting for the next 8 to 14 days. Above average stays more towards the west, but for us in San Antonio, it's going to be closer to average. So some very good news there. We can see here that we've had some mix of above average temperatures and below average temperatures. So you can see with this red and blue kind of mixture we have here for the month of October. I mean, we had a high temperature back on October 11th, a high of only 74. That was just, that really felt like fall for probably a lot of San Antonians. I'm from San Antonio, and that just feels like a crisp fall day. But last week and even, yesterday, we had a high of 93 degrees. So that is well above average for this time of year, about 5 degrees above average in October. We don't usually hit the 90s, but we got some 90s here on the map. And it looks like the good news is for the rest of October, we should be staying close to the 80s, so about average. And here's what we had yesterday in San Antonio, 93 degrees. So if it felt warm, to you, it definitely was. But it was very dry air. So that's the benefit of the dry air, that even when it gets warm, it feels still very comfortable as opposed to when it's more humid. And a lot of people here in Texas were dealing with 90s. Waco had 92, Houston had 93, Eagle Pass had 90. So most of Texas actually did hit temperatures in the 90s. And so let's take a look now at our temperature. Right now, we're at 72 degrees, so it feels very, very pleasant out there. If you're going to be out and about, I suggest, really you have all day to kind of enjoy the outdoors because we're not going to hit those 90s, like I said. But, something definitely to keep in mind, at least for tomorrow to plan, is going to be the rain. So just kind of have an umbrella on hand for tomorrow and for the next couple of days, because we are expecting some kind of hit or miss shower activity, but not for today. So just get out and enjoy this pretty nice weather right now. Current temperature across our city here, our friends in Bernie, they're at 68, so still nice and cool. Fredericksburg 68 as well, Seguin at 67, and then more of the 70s as we go towards the southwest. So Pearsall 73. And mainly we're staying in the low 70s here as we go a little bit farther south, but mainly low 70s and upper 80s is kind of what we're expecting. Now let's take a look here at our winds. So the wind speeds right now in San Antonio, we're fairly calm, just 4 miles per hour, but as we go farther north, places like Lubbock, Amarillo, they're at 34 degrees, so very, very 34 miles per hour, so very, very breezy conditions for them. And for us in San Antonio, we're going to start to feel that humidity. You can probably already feel it as you step outside, but the humidity will increase. So we're expecting around 63 for a dew point. That's not too bad, still rather comfortable. But then as we go into tomorrow morning, you're really going to feel this humidity. It's going to feel a lot like summer because, look at this dark green color. This is more summer-like, just very, very humid, very like almost sticky kind of humidity. So it's going to make temperatures feel a bit warmer outside, unfortunately. And it really just stays with us. It's going to stay in that 69, 70 degree mark. So the humidity will hang around. And the benefit is that it can help us with our next rain chance. Now, like I said today, clouds are going to hang around. No chances of rain, nothing really promising we're looking at right now. It's just going to be those pesky clouds. But I mean, I kind of like the clouds sometimes. I think if it's every day, it starts to get a little, just like a little more gloomy. But sometimes it's nice to just have a nice cloudy day to kind of just be inside and, watch a movie or go to the movies. Or even it's nice to have cloudy days if you do plan to be outside or taking a walk, like the Pearls Farmer Market. Those are really nice because you don't have that hot sun beating down on you. So, I mean, just enjoy your Sunday. Lots of activities you can do. And if you're wondering what temperatures we usually get in October, we're typically around 87 as the hottest temperatures that we see in October. So here in San Antonio, 87 would be kind of that average high through 77. Anything in the 90s would be well above average. And our lows are usually 76 to 66. So 70s for the most part as a low, that's average for this time of year. And we're pretty much going to have that for the rest of the week. Now, something to keep in mind is the sunrise and sunset times. We are going to have a change in about 2 weeks. So remember to just kind of think about it, start planning. If you do morning runs or evening runs, or you walk your dog or you run errands, just know that in about 2 weeks, on November 5th, we're going to have the end of daylight savings. So then we will start to fall back. And so what that means is that, it's the good kind. We actually will gain an hour, but the sunrise will be much earlier in the day, and the sunset would be much earlier. So as we take a look here for today, the sunrise is usually around 7:40, and sunset is around 7. So you can see right now we kind of get that. It starts to get darker around 7 o'clock. But, already as we get close to Thanksgiving, about 5:30 is when it'll start to get dark. So as people are trying to leave work, already the sun is going to start setting. So you'll start to definitely see the difference by then. All right, so here's the good news again. So with this cloud coverage, we are also having some chances of rain. Now we're going to be actually above average. And you'll see in the 7 days we have a good stretch of days where we have a chance to see some showers, some hit or miss shower activity. We'll take it whether or not everyone sees it or not. It's still something to be very welcomed with especially the bad drought we had in the summer. But one reason we're seeing these clouds right now is because of Tropical Storm Norma. So Tropical Storm Norma about 2 days ago was actually a major hurricane. It was a Category 3 hurricane, and now it has already started to fall apart. And so the remnants, the leftovers of Tropical Storm Norma will start to kind of push in some moisture and push in some cloud coverage as we go today and into tomorrow. If you're wondering why those clouds are, here's one reason: because we have those remnants coming from the Pacific. And this is, like I said, going to bring in an upper level low as well. And so this is going to kind of bring us another chance to see some rain. We're going to have just a lot more help to get some of this rainfall going. Unfortunately, with that low, it kind of stays off to the west. So you can see in our future cast, this is Wednesday. You can see San Antonio, we still have just some light rain. So, some showers. I'm not expecting any big thunderstorms, heavy rainfall, nothing like that. We're just looking at some showers and some hit or miss showers, better chances into Thursday. But I mean, you can even see here on Wednesday with this green color, a lot of Texas is getting some rain, but most of it will stay off towards the west. In the north, San Angelo, Del Rio, it's where they kind of have that yellow color. And then as we move into Wednesday and Thursday, you can see we have a front that's going to start to move closer to San Antonio. So that will kind of could generate a little bit more rain, a little bit more widespread rain as we go into your Thursday. So again, very good news. We really need the rain. And, you know, it actually should be pushing out by Friday. So for those Friday night football games, should start to clear out. You know, we'll have some cloud coverage. We may have some light rain, but definitely it will, it should start to push out by then. At least that if we get any heavy rain, it should start to kind of move out by Friday. But like I said, very good news. And as far as temperatures go, it's not really going to bring us any cold weather, any type of, I wouldn't say any like true fall type chilly weather, but it will bring us closer to average. And here's how much rain we can expect. So we're in this blue color here in San Antonio and across Bexar County, even some little spots here towards North Bexar County where you see kind of that more purplish color, and that's over an inch of rain, so about 1.5 inches. So there could be some pockets here where they're a little bit heavy, but for the most part, I think in the next 7 days, we could see about 1 inch of rainfall. But this, I mean, this is very widespread all across the state. So everyone, you know, everyone could have an opportunity to see some rain. And so here you go, here's your next 7 days. Like I said, just keep an umbrella in the car, you know, just kind of keep it on hand just in case. But the best chance where we could see a little bit more widespread rain would be on Thursday as the front starts to get a little bit closer. But, you know, still, you could be seeing rain. You could definitely be seeing clouds for the next couple of days. So really, if you have anything outdoors, anything planned, try to do it today, try to do it this afternoon. And then, of course, by the weekend, you can see those rain chances start to taper off. So good news there, like I said, for Friday night football games or for any type of event. Like I said, if it's outdoors, though, and there's grass, it could still be muddy possibly by Friday. Sometimes, depending on how much rain falls, it doesn't always it doesn't always get the ground dry by even 24 hours sometimes. But I think for the most part, we should be okay Friday and Saturday. But I mean, take a look at these temperatures, really nice in the 80s. Even the low temperatures are in the 70s. And like I said, we're going to have humidity with us, so it's not going to feel cool. It's not going to feel chilly. You won't be needing any of those long sleeves for this week. It's just going to be kind of wet and muggy, so kind of just want to plan for that, to have one of those jackets with maybe a hood or something like that. As the kids, you take the kids to school, maybe give them a rain jacket or some type of zip-up jacket in case it does start raining. But like I said, this is great news. We really need the rain. And these temperatures, I mean, I'm definitely not going to complain because they are out of the 90s and we are trending closer to average. You can see by Saturday, we're at 83 degrees. So that's a really good temperature. And we're going to keep an eye as we get closer to Halloween. Looks like we will trend around that type of temperature, which is really good for those trick-or-treaters who are going to be out and about and, you know, don't want it to be too warm outside. So I will keep this up this 7 days so you can kind of take a look and see, you know, what those exact temperatures are for the rest of the week. But for the most part, it looks good. I hope everyone has a great Sunday. Have fun, be safe, and as you kind of wrap up this weekend. And Ryan will be here tonight for the evening shows. And again, just hope everyone has a great rest of your day and a great rest of your Sunday.